Hello, I want to thank you for clicking on this video. I'm PI187, and in one of my videos of my north, south, west, and east Germany, it talked about this carnival in Cologne, or showed a brief little picture of it anyways, or a bit about it. And I mentioned it's kind of like Halloween, how here, and I guess in Germany, someone said in my comments, you don't have Halloween, but basically for one night we dress up, and when you're kids anyways, and you go out, I guess you can do it when you're adults too. If you're giving out the candy, you can dress up. But or if you're going out with your kids and you feel the urge. But mainly it's for children. But they go out, they dress up, whatever stuff. It used to be, dress up as something scary, but now it's just dress up as anything. And anyhow, yeah, they go around getting candy for one night. But anyhow, they said like this is nothing like that. Other than the dressing up part. That's what I meant by it. It's kind of the same. But I guess it's like last days long. People out drinking. Everybody's dressed up party. I started to do a reaction of a longer video. And it was pretty decent what I saw of it. But for some reason, I got this new camera, and I haven't 100% figured out it, and it froze up on me after so long. So I figured I will check out this shorter version of it and see how that goes. All right, let's do this.
Every year, Cologne's Carnival Trio opens the street carnival proceedings.
Well, and already the other video had nobody talking, so it wasn't giving me any info, where this is actually going to tell me about this. Because, I was asking questions like, are you allowed to, walk around and drink during this thing? Or is it, fenced off to a certain area? I noticed a lot of people went out in themes, groups, would be 5 or 6 people all kind of dressed up the same, and these 5 or 6 people all dressed up the same. And something I also noticed in the last video I was watching before, like I said, it froze on me, was there are some outfits there that now over here in the last few years, because of them, everything's racist now, would be problematic. I saw a guy wearing an Indian outfit, which, unless you're Indian now, you're not allowed to wear that, and it's called dressing up for a reason, but whatever. And I seen, people wearing afros dressed like they were in the 70s and whatnot, which you wouldn't, people would just cry about over here, which is really sad. You can't dress up. You have to, I can understand some things, but they've gone a little bit overboard with what you're allowed to dress up as, on say Halloween, or even at parties, or in general. But it doesn't look like you guys have the same problem over there. You can just do whatever you want and nobody seems to care, which is kind of how it should be. But anyhow,
Meetings at 11 minutes past 11 on Carnival Thursday, which is reserved for the ladies. In other towns, women invade City Hall and take over for a day. But it's all just for fun, of course. In Cologne, the merrymakers head straight for the market square in the old part of town.
We women folk seize power on Carnival Thursday, and we really have a ball.
Cologne is home to some of the most famous carnival celebrations worldwide. And the fun always starts on Carnival Thursday, when work grinds to a halt and the party begins.
So, work grinds to a halt. What exactly does that mean? Does a lot of places shut down for this carnival so that people can do this? Because that would be really cool if that's the case.
Kissing strangers is part and parcel of the fun.
Well, who doesn't love kissing strangers?
And games. So are the traditional chants. By early afternoon, people head for the local pubs. Celebrations continue for 6 days until Ash Wednesday.
6 days. Wow. That's a party. 6 days.
The best way to head from Cologne down the Rhine to our next carnival capital, Mainz, is by train. The Rose Monday procession is the highlight of Carnival in Mainz and the social event of the year. The Carnival Association members and the colorful floats pass along a 7-kilometer route through the city center.
Wow.
The floats poke fun at public figures and events from the past year.
Carnival in Mainz was founded to show opposition to those in power. It wasn't allowed back then. The associations used the opportunity to point the finger at them.
These huge papier-mâché figures are unique to the Carnival in Mainz. The locals even poke fun at themselves with them. They symbolize a rather strange family from Mainz.
The procession is great. I love watching all the floats pass by.
I simply have to come every year. I think it's fantastic.
The procession through Mainz lasts about 5 hours.
I couldn't imagine if you live there missing this. Like, you would have to come out for this every year.
Then it's all over. But it will be back again next year. We carry on our carnival celebrations in the southwestern town of Rottweil. The so-called Fools are the highlight of carnival festivities here, both on Rose Monday and Shrove Tuesday. The processions adhere to strict rituals that date back hundreds of years. This isn't for sleepyheads. The costumes are inspected by the Master of Ceremonies at 5 in the morning. Participants must be at least 10 years old, born in the region, and able to speak the local dialect.
Oh, wow. So you have to be born there to go to this thing? Or just to dress up in certain outfits? Is that how it goes? Like, I imagine tourists would be allowed to come check it out, I believe. I don't know.
There are 8 different types of costumes, passed down from generation to generation.
They're always passed on, from my parents to me, and then to my children and grandchildren. That's the way we do things. The costumes aren't normally sold.
All the wooden masks are hand-painted. The Rottweil Fools make for one of the most colorful carnival processions in the region. It kicks off at 8 sharp. Some 4,000 masked participants dance, jump, and hop through the old city center. The Fools also get onlookers involved in the merrymaking. First they scold them, and then they give out candy to soften the blow.
Okay, this video is a lot different than the other one. The other one I was watching, they were just standing around this big, giant cathedral, and the person was walking around videotaping just all the people all dressed up, and it was only in one spot, like around the building, basically. And you had lots of people dressed up in multiple, like, many different outfits. And, like I said, there was a lot of groups. Like, you'd have, 5, 6, 7 people standing there, all kind of dressed the same in a theme. But they had, like, everything. Like, like, I can see this is all kind of the same thing over in this one area anyway.
The whole procession follows strict rules. It all comes to an end at 6 in the evening, but no fear, the Fools will be back again next year.
that's the end of that. That was actually pretty short. I don't think it gave you a gist of the whole thing really that well. But, because it seems like there's a lot more, like I said, on that other video I watched, which was, this one right here. There was a lot. This is this year's. Like I said, you got some Harley Quinns. You got a lot of themed groups. You got some doctors going on here, like this. And there's the big cathedral I was talking about, which is just an amazing looking building. Like, you got some good close-ups of it in this video that I saw. But like I said, I was trying to react to this video, and I had like I said, my new camera here, and I haven't 100% got it figured out, and it went to sleep on me for some reason. So I noticed all of a sudden, like, it wasn't recording my reaction anymore. It just had me frozen on screen. So, but yeah, this looked pretty sweet. But what I was asking about this part was, like, I wanted to know, like, are these people allowed just to walk around and drink, or like, because, like I said, here in Canada, it would be considered, if you were out, unless it's in a fenced off area, you could get charged with open alcohol or public intoxication. But it looks like these people are walking around drinking. And is that allowed over in Germany? Or is it allowed maybe just during this festival? I don't know. But I really like this video. I kind of wish I could have finished doing the reaction to it if my camera, like I said, if my camera didn't mess up. There was a lot of different outfits I saw here. And like I said, I saw this video I was talking about where I saw some of the problematic ones that, to me, that's not problematic. Dressing up is dressing up. But now they've got cultural appropriation over here where, you know, if it's not your culture, you're not allowed to dress up like that or whatever, and then you're considered a racist. You know what I mean? Like, I seen a guy wearing an Indian headdress, and if you try doing that over here now and you're not actually Indian, you know, people would try to cancel you. Or I seen guys wearing afros, and, you know, if you're not of that, you know, type, you're not allowed to wear that, or, you know, it's just silly. Like, they've gone a little bit too far with that shit, to be honest. You know, when it's dress up, you should be able to dress up whatever you want, whatever you think's cool, whatever you think's fun. As I can see you guys do here, and it doesn't seem like anybody has a problem with it. I would really enjoy coming and checking this out. And like I said, if I had to actually finish doing this video, it's obviously pretty cold at this point because I see a lot of people wearing jackets. But then you have some people wearing like skirts and shorts. They must be pretty cold, because like most of the people you do see are pretty bundled up. So I'm not sure what time of the year this is, but it's definitely not a warm part of the year anyway. Probably be something that would be, and that's kind of the same here with Halloween. Halloween we do in October. So back when I was a kid, you used to have to wear your snowsuit and then put your costume over your snowsuit because it would be so cold. Like, sometimes it'd be snowing when on Halloween. Not so much last so many years. It's we don't even pretty much almost get snow until Christmas now. So you barely ever see it on Halloween anymore. But yeah, and I remember I said in the last video, look at this guy. He does not look happy at all. It's like, how could you come to this thing and then have a look like that on your face of just total being upset? You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't look impressed anyway, let's say that. But I personally think this would be a lot of fun. Like, all the different costumes. Get to walk around, check out everything else. And I seen also in this video there was a spot where there was like a bunch of sausages, food for sale, like a vendor type thing. They looked really good. One of my favorite things is sausages. Breakfast sausages, big old cow, But yeah, look at that building. That's what I was saying. That building is phenomenal. Like, the attention to detail in that. Like, look at these doorways. This stuff is just insane. Like, that is so amazing. Like, oh, wow. And that building is huge. Just huge. I'm not going to watch this all the way through. Like I said, I don't want my camera to freeze up again on me. I think I might have solved it. I went into the program and I guess it had auto sleep mode on. So hopefully it's not going to auto sleep on me anymore, because not what I want to do. But anyhow, I'm going to end my video right there. I think I have someone at my door, and you guys have yourselves a great day. And I hope you check out, oh, look at that. That's a cool backpack. I hope you guys have yourselves a great day, and you check out one of my other videos. All right. Bye for now.